Hello, it's Karen, the Weekend Craftaholic. Thanks for joining me for week 6 or block 6 of Moda Blockheads 6. This one's called Moonbeam by Robin Pickens, and I'm really looking forward to doing this one because it's the first time I've done one quite so big. This is double the size of the other blocks we've done. This is 18 by 18.5 inches square, and you can see I've started off drawing the lines, the diagonal lines across these that I'm going to be sewing on while we make snowballs for the sides. So in my mind there's kind of three main sections to this. It's doing these are the side pieces that we're doing now with these snowballs. Then we've got a 9 patch in the center, and then we've also got lots of little complicated bits for the corners. Now, as the title of my video suggests, I thought this would be a lot easier because it was bigger. Didn't quite turn out that way, and you will see very soon why, because as I start to measure these, they should finish at 6.5 inch. They don't. I'm a little bit shy of it, maybe 1/8 of an inch. So I've got nothing really to trim down. Usually I think with these, the idea is that you've got a little bit extra to trim down, so you've got a nice perfect shape. I carried on with these three with a scant 1/4 inch seam allowance, hoping that it would give me a little bit more space to trim down at. Didn't quite work out that way, but as I'd already invested a bit of time doing these 4 snowballs and knowing with the rest of the blocks that, you know, nothing is going to be perfect, I did decide to carry on as I am with the rest of this, knowing that if I've got problems with this, I'm likely to have problems with the others. What you just saw me do there was just double check, and I'd realised my big mistake. The original cutting of that pink square wasn't 6.5, it was slightly less, and that's why now I've got an overall smaller finish for the rest of that block. So I did my 9 patch centre off camera there, you can see, and that was literally just enough space, probably a millimetre shy to do any trimming. So just made it with that. And so for the rest of this block, this sewing for this pattern, I did decide to just try and keep my seam allowance as small as possible in the hope that I could get this finished as close to the correct size as I needed to. That said, I have already got blocks that are a lot smaller. I'm not even sure if these will turn into a quilt by the end of it, but if they do, I'm just going to put like extra pieces to make them a little bit bigger to make it work if I get to that point, if I get skilled enough at that point. You see here, these are the corner pieces that we're doing now, and they kind of end up in a little bit of an arrow shape. I did stuff up on one of these actually. You've got to put them right sides together, and I actually put one of them wrong sides together, so I did have to get the seam rip out to fix those up. That was me just checking there as well that they did finish at 3.5 inches well, which didn't quite work out again as it should have done. I did enjoy the process of this though. There was quite a lot of repetition with it. I know you see me just doing the cutting and the pressing. Excuse my head there in camera, it's a little bit hard. I do feel I need to lean a bit further in when I'm putting some pressure on the rotary cutter as I'm trimming them. So yeah, I was able to chain piece quite a bit of that, which is what you saw me cutting all of those, so that did help to save a little bit of time. My sewing machine was playing up though. The tension, I don't know what had happened, but the tension went a little bit crazy, so that delayed me a little bit of time while I tried to figure and fix that up as well before I could carry on with this. So even factoring that in, I would say probably about 2.5 hours, a little bit faster than the other blocks. And considering the amount of moving parts there was to it and lots of cutting and piecing together, that wasn't too bad. It actually went very quick. It felt like I'd completed it a lot quicker than I had done with the previous blocks as well. This is my iPad. I've got all of these PDFs in GoodNotes, and that's what I'm using to follow along with. And this is the first time actually that I've created a block without checking anybody else on YouTube. I do normally review the Moda Blockheads video beforehand, and I've done a search in YouTube on Moda Blockheads 6, so I just watch along with anyone that's uploading the videos. There's lots of tutorials out there. As I say in my description, mine is absolutely not a tutorial. It's just showing you my progress as I go along. Hopefully if you're established and experienced quilter, you've got some tips for me that you can share below as well for my future blocks. This block was a big size, as I mentioned, so I'm showing you kind of a photograph here on my cutting table. It wouldn't fit under my desk with my camera, Managed to remember to take a picture of the back as well. And here you can see again, I am just shy of that 18.5 size that I needed it to be, so not too much smaller. That's something I've definitely need to focus on with these future blocks. That said, I have already cut out quite a few pieces for the upcoming blocks. Every time it comes out each week, I do the cutting, then I know that's done, and then when I've got time to stitch, it is just a matter of getting straight onto it. So overall, I did feel good doing this, although I had some issues with the sizing. I felt like I'm getting closer to what I need to be. Love the fact that first time ever I didn't need to watch a video along with it as I was doing this to give me some support and instruction. And overall, I think it's a really cute design, a really cute pattern. So I hope you enjoyed watching along. If you've got any comments, please leave them below, and I hope you have a great crafting weekend.